Hi, my name is Alexis. I am one of the piano instructors at the Dallas Music Academy, and today I'm going to give an introduction to the circle of fifth. So, before we look at the circle of fifth, I want to quickly review how to build a major scale. So if I grab any note, in this case it's graph C, I can build a major scale using on a pattern of whole steps and half steps. In this case, it's going to be whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And a good way to remember this pattern is going to be the acronym "We walk home when we walk home." And this is true for any key: F sharp, A, B. If you use this pattern, you're going to make a major scale. Now, an important thing to note about the major scale is that there are scale degrees. So, C is the first note in the C major scale, so it is assigned scale degree 1. D is the second, so it is scale degree 2. E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, 6, 7, and back to 1, which is C. Now, it's important to note that C is not always 1. For example, in G major, G is the first note in G major, so it is scale degree 1. A is 2, B is 3, C is 4 in this case, and D is 5, and so on. Okay, now let's build a circle of fifth. So if you ever look on the internet, Google search circle of fifth, you're going to find a pie chart, or you're going to find a clock. So the best way to understand circle of fifth is to build one. So if I put C major, which is going to be right at 12 o'clock in our clock here, it has no sharps and flats that we kind of saw in the scale that we played previously. So if I get the C major scale, let's find the fifth scale degree of C major. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be G. And if I grab this note G and build a scale based off of G using our whole half step system, there's going to be one sharp in this key. So I'm going to put G next to C in our little clock, right at 1 o'clock, because it has one sharp. And we see that from C to G major, I did a plus 1 sharp in the key signature. Let's repeat the process. Now that we built the scale on G major, let's find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be D. And if I build a scale on D major using whole step, half step, there's 2 sharps in this key signature. So I'm going to put it right next to G major in our little clock. So from C to G is plus 1 sharp, G to D is plus 1, and we're going to repeat the process. Now that we built the scale in G major, let's find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is going to be our next key signature in our circle of fifth. Let's build a scale in A. And again, I'm using that whole step, half step system we talked about in the beginning. Now that we built the scale, let's find the fifth scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be E. So E is our next key signature. Let's build a scale on E and repeat the process. Let's find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is our next one. Repeat the process. Build a scale in B major. Find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F sharp major is going to be our next key signature in our circle of fifth. Now, here is where we reach the point where we're right at the opposite of C. So C has no sharps or flats. Right the opposite at the other end of the circles, we're going to have the most sharps and flats. So F sharp major, or we can call it G flat major. Now that we reach the most sharps, we're going to start renaming them to our flats. And so we're going to start with the most flats, do -1 until we reach back to C major, which has no flats. Even though we're going to start descending doing -1, our little system here of finding the fifth is going to keep going. So let's go back to F sharp major. Let's just recall it with the flats, G flat major. Build a scale. Find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D flat major is going to be our next key signature. And again, I'm just using that whole step, half step system we talked about in the beginning. D flat major, repeat the process, build a scale. Now find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A flat major is going to be the next key signature. Repeat the process. Build the A flat major scale. Find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E flat major is going to be the next one. Repeat the process. Build the E flat major scale. Find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B flat major is going to be the next one. And as I see here, it's going to be descending in the flat. So B flat major should have 2 flats in it. Let's check. Let's build a scale. It does. It's B flat and E flat. Let's find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F is going to be the next one. Now that we completed it, C should be the fifth of the F. So let's double check. Let's build the F scale. Let's find the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we made it back to C. So we made a whole circle, basically just finding the fifth of each scale. And we made this little chart here where as you kind of go around the clock, it's doing a +1 sharp. And if you go the counterclockwise, it's going to be +1 flat. And if you go all the way to the circle, it's going to be plus all the sharps. And then once you reach all the sharps, just change it to flats, minus all the flats, so you reach back to C major. Now it's important to note that there is going to be a minor circle of fifth, and keep in mind that right at 12 o'clock it's not going to be C major anymore, it's going to be A minor. So I have the minor scale circle fifth here in the middle here, but what's not going to change, whether it's the minor circle fifth or the major circle fifth, is the key signature. So always at 12 o'clock it's going to be the key signature with no sharps or flats. Now minor scale is going to use a different system of whole steps and half steps to build a minor scale, but we'll look at that another day. Just note that when you start memorizing either the major or the minor circle fifth, the key signatures are not going to move. The notes probably will, but not the key signature. Alright, hope this helps. Happy practicing, and we'll see you at the studio.